The neighborhood asked for volunteers, asked for a bunch of volunteers, and we were able to kick in a little bit and help out just a little. The homes down here with a couple of the houses in this area, when the storm surge went through them, they really just basically cleaned out the houses and dropped it in the tide pool. And it's been very difficult for the residents to clean out the tide pool and get it back to anything close to what it was.
Gold shoes. I mean, there's so much big sewer pipes. Every kind of thing. Shelving units. We have found some photographs, you know, photo books and stuff like that, which actually people tried to save. Everything. Anything that you can imagine in a house is in here.
It's just kind of daunting. The scope of the task is huge. There's so much material. Everything from refrigerators to you name it went into these ponds when the houses were stripped with the storm surge.
I understand that the owner was here when it happened, and the water was almost up to her neck, and somebody said, "You need to leave." And she didn't want to leave, but she finally did leave, and she's not, to my knowledge, I haven't seen her back.
Shampoo gel?
I think to the casual observer, it doesn't look very healthy. I don't know anything about any real biohazards or anything like that. As far as I know, the testing by State Department of Health said that there were no serious hazards in the water. That's the last I heard.
605 hydrogen sulfide analyzer. The sampling volume is fairly small, so you want to get it clear, close to the source where you're sampling. Out here just to kind of keep track of the hydrogen sulfide coming out of the ponds, because the anaerobic decomposition in the pond creates hydrogen sulfide. It's a natural source of hydrogen sulfide.
But the public doesn't come into interaction with these ponds. The water comes from across the ocean under the roadway or across the roadway, and then fills up all these ponds at high tide, and then everything drops down when the tide is low. They have filled up this. Well, I was not here when the storm happened. I came a week later. My husband and I were on the mainland, and I just felt this is our neighborhood. We work, we play, we are family with these people, and we need to get back and help and do whatever we can do. Yeah, well, that's in the Matson container. Yeah. And when we got here, people were excited that we were here and that we could help out and do whatever we can do. He worked for about 2 weeks, and then he had to take care of some commitments that he had off island. And so he's left. Thanks for coming down.
No problem. I'll see you later.
Okay. I just patrol the neighborhood, and I make sure that there's not any mischievous behavior going on. Everybody's been working really hard. We've had trustees and the county and Gregory Illigan, and so many people have been so helpful in getting us better organized to do whatever we could possibly do to clean up all this mess. And it's been a big mess. Well, you know, I ran into somebody at Champagne Pond the other day, and she says, oh, the roof of her house got curled up and so forth. But we have all these private ponds, and we have all these ponds that people come to snorkel in. The ocean itself has been pretty good. DNLR was down here right away. They tested the waters, and they've been okay to swim in and play in for at least a month. But we haven't had any room for traffic because we've got all this construction equipment. Houses are still being rebuilt. They lost their walls, they lost roofs, stairs. They were demolished. I live in a part of the neighborhood that's the highest elevation. We didn't even have any trees that got bothered. So that made us able to, my husband and I, able to help the community better than not doing anything. The devastation of, we had just paved an area getting ready to put in 10 parking spaces to accommodate the public, and that became a place for dumpsters, and there's lots of broken glass and nails. We're trying to keep, the DNLR contacted me, said they needed to open up the ponds because they were getting 100 phone calls a day and they needed to do other things and answer the phone. So we opened up to foot traffic, and we've asked people to obey the signs, and we're still having a lot of people that now want to go on to private property and sunbathe and argue about what their right is to be wherever they're at. And there's a whole lagoon out there that they can swim in, and there's a whole side that's public access, and hopefully open space will be able to acquire Hara's property, and we can make that a big park for everybody and take a lot of stress off of our neighborhood, because we support all the people that come here. We clean up after them. Our roads are worn. We have 100,000 visitors, and we're a private community.
I'm going to go up to the other end and see if I can.
And my son is here, and he's like, oh, how long are we going to be here?
Clyde Chan contacting you?